It is almost Christmas. We are Zane and David, talking Thursday things. Here's what Thursday brings. Hi, Zane.
Hey, David.
How's it going? Hey, everybody.
Hey, David. Hey, Zane. Okay.
How's everybody doing? Really? Cool. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. I guess this is the last pod. This is the last podcast of 2013. We're a year old.
Whoa. That's how it works.
I like to think that's how it works.
That's great. Happy birthday, us! Yeah. In a bunch of weeks.
Well, once January comes around and we record a podcast, then it will be 2 years old.
Whoa, I like the way you think, Zane. You're clearly a revolutionary.
Thank you.
Clearly a revolutionary. Speaking of revolutionaries, it's exams. And I'm at that point where normally I don't get this until I go home. But what I get is I work all semester, and then I finish classes, I go home, and I have nothing to do, so I just zonk it. And it's like I just walking over and like flipping off an off switch, and I just do nothing but sleep and eat, and most of the time get sick. But I have so few things to do for exams this semester that unfortunately I hit that point while I was still in Windsor.
Yeah, it was like mid-November where you just said, Zane, I have nothing to do. Or something.
No,
was it
mid-November.
Was it?
What? No,
I feel
no,
like
no.
It was mid-November.
No, it wasn't until, what's the date today?
It's the 12th.
Okay, it wasn't until like the beginning of December.
Really?
Yeah, man. It wasn't until Sleeping Beauty ended.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'm at that point now, but the problem is I have a written exam tomorrow and a monologue tomorrow. And now I'm just like doing everything I can to scrounge together my willpower to get these papers done. And I don't know what to do.
I think I have like one more piece of writing to do, and it's like there's no like page requirement or anything. It's just a reflection, and then like
I thought it was good. The end.
Boom.
Right? I think that's detailed enough.
Pretty much.
I mean, what occupation is there that you really need to be specific? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Generality is the way to go.
I think I did well, and I think I can do better.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
In the future.
I had a conference with a professor, and he said before the conference, he's like, just so you know, I'm going to ask you guys to say a mark that you think you deserve for your presentation. So I came in with a certain mark in my mind, but then when I sat down, I saw in front of him the mark he had written for me, and it was a lot higher. So he's like, what mark would you say, you'd give yourself? So I said, like, that mark, and he's like, yeah, maybe even a little bit higher. So I think he might have just gave me even higher. So yeah, that was nice.
What do you do in that like situation when like your prof asks you what you think you should get? Should you like kind of lowball it just so you seem modest and nice, and then they give you a higher mark, or do you go high?
I don't think so. I think you just aim for what you think it is.
That's not fun.
Well, but I think it makes sense because if you say if you really say you deserve an A, then you probably got it, unless you're really not smart.
If I say I deserved a 90 when I think I deserve like an 80 or 85,
that's not a good idea.
But your chances are you're not going to get the 90 if you don't actually think you deserve it.
Yeah, you're right.
But maybe they'll take that into consideration, lower it a little bit, and still get higher than you think you should get.
Yeah, probably. Man, teachers are dumb. I wonder if they know about this. Huh. Dummies.
Probably doing a podcast right now.
Yeah, probably doing a podcast right now talking about how they really tricked it. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this joke, Zane. Please.
Don't worry, I can save it.
Good.
Speaking of other podcasts, I'm gonna check if we got a response from
the Thursday podcast.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Sign in as the Thursday podcast,
which we are, the original.
And I don't think we did get a thing.
Oh, what a bunch of,
They did say they were gonna maybe change it, so Yeah, they
Because
probably
they're
just
scared of us, because we are
took
so...
one look.
They took one look at the animated David and Zane's
our
bit strips.
our bit strip
They
profile
took
picture.
one look at the evil looks on our bit strips.
And it says on it, Zane and David are awesome.
So they were like, oh no, they're awesome. What do we do?
Yeah.
Oh, so I had an awful experience today. I took off my hat, and there was a piece of soap in the hat, so it hit me on the head, but I didn't know what it was, and it was just about the size of a mouse. So I thought I had had a hat on my head for a great deal of time that had a mouse sleeping in it, and that it just didn't notice that I had put it on until I took it off, and then the mouse came out and like shit in my hair and stuff. Turned out it wasn't a mouse. So, whew, you can all rest easy now.
Speaking of mice,
Yeah.
did we mention the possible return of a mouse?
I don't think so. There might be a possible return of a mouse. I haven't seen it, so I think Zane is just lying in order to boost.
I really hope I played tricks on myself.
I really hope you played tricks on yourself
Yeah.
too. I really hope you played a lot of tricks on yourself.
Like I saw,
You know
like
what I'm getting at here.
I was too busy thinking about what I
The
was
mouse,
thinking.
yeah, sure. You're too busy being selfish. Zane?
Yeah, I
Being a
actually was.
selfish whore.
I do that a lot where I'm talking to someone and then they say a few words like into their sentence and I grab onto one word and then just go in a different direction from what they were saying in my mind. And then when it's my turn to talk, I don't know what to say.
Oh,
It doesn't happen a lot though on
That's
the
okay.
especially on the podcast. Don't worry.
yeah, we're respectful of each other here at the Thursday podcast. But what I do that's very disrespectful to people is when I introduce myself, I'll be like, "Hi, my name's David. What's your name?" But so rarely do I care, and I don't even pretend to try to remember anymore, and it's awful. And it's not that I don't want to remember; it's just I forget to remember their name. You know, like if you told me your name was Zane and there was $1 million in it for me, if I could remember that, I'd be able to remember it. But if you're just a random, I just don't put any effort into it. And does that mean I'm an awful, awful human being, Zane?
You might be drunk.
I might. What? No, I don't think that's it.
Well, at the time, maybe.
Huh?
At the time, maybe.
At the time, I was drunk, so I don't remember. Oh, yeah!
Because that's like typically the situation when I don't remember someone's name when they just told me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But sometimes I just don't. Sometimes. Oh my god, I had a coffee at Green Bean, and I brought my own candy cane, and I put sugar and candy cane in the coffee, and there was like an inch layer of sugar on the bottom.
Jeez.
It was pretty great. Yum.
Diabetes. I got diabetes for Christmas.
Yum. Yum. Yum.
So I'm really hoping I imagined that mouse, because it
Really
just
hoping
like
you did too.
because what I thought I saw was it climb up on the stove and then jump under one of the burners on the stove and into this crevice in the oven. So almost immediately after David came home and I said, I think I saw a mouse and I think it went into the oven. So what he did was he went and grabbed his laptop and played Live and Let Die.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Okay, guys, it was epic. I'm gonna describe to you an epic movie voice. So Zane, our hero, is standing over the oven. He reaches for the lever. He turns it up on high when he thinks that there's a slight chance that maybe a mouse might be inside of it. He burned the mouse, but there wasn't one in there. But if there was, it would have been sorry.
Well, we haven't seen it since.
Yeah, we haven't seen it since,
So we
maybe
might have got
killed
it.
And maybe it floated into all my food particles when I used the oven the other day.
I doubt it.
Maybe I have rabies.
I doubt it.
Zane, I have something I need to tell you.
You have rabies. I'm gonna cut that pause
Okay,
because you weren't saying anything.
but
The audience can't see you nod, David.
I have rabies.
So, have you had exams yet?
Nope. Well, I mean, most of my stuff, 90% of my classes were like summatives and stuff. So I had kind of a culminating thing, but it's all over.
That's good.
How did your exams go? Zane?
I had like like 2.5 performance exams.
Cool.
Both of which went pretty good. My teacher said she liked my acting one, and then my other one with the group went pretty good. You were Santa. You played Santa.
I played Santa.
People liked that, and
I'm glad.
another group, one of the other groups for that project, did stuff with like puppets, and it was crazy.
Cool.
And it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
That's a bold statement, Zane.
It's pretty cool then.
Wow.
And then I just wrote one of my exams today for Tragic Vision, and it was
tragic.
daunting. It scared my dick off.
Wow.
I need to go find it.
Wow. Richard.
What? Oh, well.
Why was it so daunting? Why did it scare your dick clear away from your genital region?
Because the format was in the first part, I had to choose 5 out of 9 of the given terms on the paper, define them, give an example of them in one of the plays we read, and then talk about them in the play and talk about them in tragedy in general. So I had to do that 5 times, and two of the terms I chose were terms I thought would be on it, and then the rest of them were not. So it really stressed me out. And then the next part, my teacher wrote down 4 different passages from a few different plays, and then I had to say who's the speaker, who's the author, what the play was, what the context was, and then like give a bigger elaboration on why that passage is important. I had to do that 3 times, and then I had to write an essay, and it was really scary.
Did you win?
I'm pretty sure on one of the passages I just totally made everything up. Like, I didn't know who the speaker was. Well, I thought I did. I didn't know who the speaker was. I'm not even sure if I got the play right. So, yeah.
That's gonna be me in like less than 24 hours. With my film exam, I am just like, it's like I did really well on my paper and I did really bad on my midterm, and my midterm was worth 40%, my paper was worth 20%, and the exam tomorrow is worth 40%. Oh, yikes.
What have you done to prepare for this?
I've been studying the textbook because going to class doesn't help, because my teacher is literally worse than my little brother would be. And my little brother's not even that great of a public speaker. So that's saying something.
Nice.
I feel like that was the most hurtful thing I've said in like a couple days.
Whatever.
YOLO, man. Living life YOLO.
You only YOLO once.
You only YOLO once in your life. Okay, so Kyle Kimmerly, shout out to Kyle, started me on this new thing. Did you know that you can hashtag in real life just by slapping your fingers together and saying something, like hashtag something, but I just add this extra cool thing where every time I slap my fingers together, I say hashtag, so it'll be like, hey Zane, fuck you. Hashtag insult.
I thought people, I knew people do that. Don't really connect with it. But
have you ever tried it though, Zane? I hashtag stupided somebody today. They said something dumb and I was like, hashtag stupid. It's the first hashtag I've ever done, and it felt great because they felt so bad about themselves.
I guess I should try it then.
You should try it, Zane. You'd love it.
I love how that's the closest thing to the microphone right now.
What?
You hitting the piece of chalk with a pen.
Hashtag suck a dick, Zane.
I'm gonna make you listen to this later.
I'm gonna make you listen to this later.
I will. You don't have to. I'm gonna have to edit this.
Tell me how you really feel, Zane.
I think you should stop.
Aye, Captain.
Okay. Thanks.
Hashtag sorry. Not sorry.
Usually when I have Facebook open during the podcast, I feel like something will magically like save us from just...
us?
Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Inspired.
Magically safe. Well, you should tell Rosanna how you really feel about her. But by that, I mean let me do it.
What? Yeah, because that worked out so well last time.
It did, didn't it? I don't really. Yeah, it did. Work out so well.
Are we doing it?
If we're being honest, remember if we're recalling this, we're talking about Christy Palazzolo and things being really weird with Zane and her, and me messaging her all sorts of like creepy hey friend things, but they were creepy. I forget what I said, but it was really creepy.
Like, what are you doing for Halloween?
Yeah, what are you doing for Halloween? Because I was wondering if you wanted...
If I could hang out with your brother.
If I could hang out with your brother, yeah. Things got pretty twisted up in that bitch.
Can it just be like a segment, a saving grace segment?
Called...
If we're
called...
David talks to Zane's...
Friends? Okay, I'm going to talk to Julius as you.
Okay.
And then it's going to be great. Are you ready? Did you give me permission?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys remember Julius, right? From podcast 11 or something?
That's not him.
No, it's not. That'd be even more. Oh, Julius isn't even online anymore.
Oh, it was going to be really good. Oh, well.
Well, you can try.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what his name is anymore. It's not worth it. Or Allie. I could say, I love you, Allie.
Don't do that.
That wouldn't be fun, eh? Would that be not fun? That'd not be fun.
Not really. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, let's try it. I love you.
Oh, and she's gone.
Facebook's
pulling hacks.
I love you. Can I say that?
Yeah, fine.
So now Allie knows how we truly feel about her.
How we truly fear about her.
We truly fear about you here at the Thursday Podcast, Allie. We truly fear about you hard. I love you. What if she answers back by saying, "Oh, Zane, I never thought you'd say that. I love you too." And then you get married and have kids, and then your kids turn out to be like criminals. What if that happens?
That would be pretty not cool for her boyfriend.
That'd be pretty not cool for her boyfriend.
That's all I can say about that.
Hashtag not cool for her boyfriend. See, it's just so fun.
Can that specific hashtag be something? Just
what?
Like
hashtag
our tagline.
Not cool for the boyfriend.
Okay. Oh yeah, her boyfriend.
I think we're gonna get punched a lot, Zane.
It'd be okay.
I don't like being punched very much. It kind of hurts. It hurts my face. That's really funny. Okay, guys, the podcast. Something just came up. I think Zane. I think you gotta share this because we're having a brain meld and it's hilarious.
Alright. Okay, so picture just popped up. It's like a comic. First frame. It says relationships, and the boyfriend is taking his girlfriend by the hand, and he's running, and she says, "Where are you taking me?" And he turns around and says, "For granted." Taking her for granted. Let's see what other pictures this person has. Are they funny? There's the one about
Bieber will never go back to the UK.
And then people in the UK cheering. That's kind of funny.
I don't.
That's
yeah, a cute picture of a dog and a kid.
Saying, "Bitch, open your goddamn eyes." It's not worth explaining.
Nah.
And
what? That's kind of cool.
It's an optical illusion.
It's an optical illusion of this guy looking very, very, very tall when he's not actually that tall. It's not that funny, but I thought it was pretty funny.
We're just scraping the bottle.
Just scraping here. We're just scraping.
If there was an empty barrel at the bottom of an empty barrel, we'd be scraping that one. We're just scraping it.
We're scraping. My fingers are bleeding from scraping it so hard. People don't even answer us back on Facebook. We're just
You're killing us, people.
Scraping. Just scrape.
Okay, stop. We're making it worse.
Scrape.
Our podcast is falling downstairs right now.
Scrape.
Jesus, stop.
Let's talk to.
Let's talk to. Let's talk about important things in the world.
Yeah, like.
Just
What?
Something, just
like,
something.
I think
It's not.
no. Whoops, I did it wrong. I think what's really important to think about right now, if I had one wish for Christmas, it would be that all of the boys and all of the girls in the world join hands in unity and were kind to one another. No, if I had two wishes for Christmas, I wish that all the boys and all the girls would join hands and love one another, and I wish that world hunger would be ended. But if I had three wishes for Christmas, if this could be my third wish, I think I would wish for a uninterrupted week-long orgy with all of the residents in this apartment building. Actually, let's put that one number one. I'll put the week-long orgy and then the crap out the kids and then the food. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But the week-long orgy first is really important to me.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You know, when have you met those people who get really offended when you say happy holidays to them?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Wait, meaning they're offended because they just want to be able to say Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's just, I don't know. I think that I don't personally get offended no matter what you say to me. So I don't really get it. And I'm not even sure if I've met that many people who are that offended rather than just annoyed. That I think it's hilarious that people are just annoyed that people are trying to make things like inclusive. It's like, oh my god, I celebrate Christmas. Why are you thinking about other people who don't?
I know. I didn't have that problem until I came to Windsor. Like I could say happy holidays to anyone and they'd say happy holidays back. But like I've actually met people who say, why don't they just say Merry Christmas? This is Canada.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
I know. I hate that. Like you said, when you say Happy Holidays, it's inclusive. When I say it, it's like I don't give a shit what you celebrate, but I hope you celebrate it and you're happy.
I hope you're happy. Yeah.
And it's just, and I think I've kind of got to the point where this is kind of dumb of me, but when people say Merry Christmas to me, unless they're family and I celebrate Christmas with them, I'm just assuming that they're assuming I celebrate Christmas. Yeah. And so I usually don't say it back. I just say thanks and like leave.
Okay.
So is that like a passive aggressive protest to them protesting my happy holidays thing?
Wow, Zane, I think you're onto something here. I think you're a true revolutionary. Zane Wong right here at 6:59 on this beautiful, magical Thursday evening. I think you just single-handedly saved Christmas.
Good. Let's talk about more important things. I think we could just cut the first 15 minutes of this and just talk about important things.
Other than, sure, yeah, what are you talking, what first 15 minutes? Oh, I got Coke in bottles, and it is the worst marketing trap I've ever fallen into. I was at the grocery store, and they were more expensive, and they're smaller than all the other Coke bottles, but they're glass bottles, and they look so cool, so I bought them.
Did you go shopping like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
And you drank 4.
Okay, Eric Brandt had one.
Okay.
Shout out to Eric Brandt having one. That's the hard-hitting stuff that we really get to the bottom of.
Coke is a hell of a drug.
Coke is a hell of a drug, and I bought 4 bottles of it. And I did all of the bottles. Jesus. So Zane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
What?
I got nothing more.
I don't either, but we have to
No, we don't! We have to stop. Zane, trust me. If we turn off the mic right now and you let me talk to you, I will think of a way to fix this. I promise.
Fix what? Like, how is this? What's the fix?
If we stop it right now, I know where we can cut it and how we can make it a great podcast. Trust me. Trust me.
Is it going to be cutting at that part where you just pointed at the screen? And then
No, we can talk. We can talk about it.
I don't understand.
We can talk about it. Let's just turn it off, and then I got an idea. Trust me. Just trust me, Zane. Would you?
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want one thing for Christmas. I don't care about wealth or jewels or compassion from other human beings. All I care about, Zane, all I want for Christmas is for you to trust me. Do you trust me, Zane? Do you trust me? After 3 years of friendship, do you trust me? Do you trust me after a whole semester of living with me? Do you trust me?
This has been the Winging It edition of the Thursday podcast. This is a good, strong point to end this year off, don't you think?
I think it's the strongest of points, Zane. And you know what? I would like to say to all our viewers who have kept in touch with us over the years that we've been the podcast. Thank you. So special shout out
to you,
meaning Ali Miner, Natalie, and Danielle Buller.
And Danny,
yeah, shout out to Danny. Killing it, Danny. You're killing it.
We didn't forget you. Okay, one last thing.
Yeah.
Very last thing. Even though will be the last podcast of the year, I will be uploading, I think, there's the lost episodes. This is the important part.
Oh my goodness.
The introduction of the lost episodes of the Thursday podcast. We have 2.
Can it be?
We have 2 queued up, and I can also release the unedited version of Allie and the Airplane.
Oh,
Just
wow. We should really sell these for profit.
That's our holiday present to you.
Our happy holidays present to you is the untold story of Allie and the Airplane, or unedited version.
Yeah.
All right. I am David for the last time in 2013.
And I am Zane for the 15th, is it 14th or 15th time in 2013. And
I'm not sure that made any sense at
it's
all.
like the 14th or 15th episode.
Oh, okay, that made slightly more sense. And we
love you
hard.